Hey YouTubers, this is CJ Hot Wheels. Just got back from my hunting, and I hit a couple of Walmarts and Targets and Publixes. And one of the Walmarts I went to had the new Forza Motorsport exclusive set. Pretty cool. These were hitting Australia and New Zealand at first, and then they finally started making their way into the US within the last week or two. Now I found the whole set except for the chase piece, which is going to be that Xbox One Ford Falcon race car in green, which they did have. But a greedy scalper, which I'm not going to name any names, took them all. He had a connection with the store. One of the stock clerks put the cases to the side so that way he can go through them and take every single chase piece and then grab a few more cars like some supers and basics and so on. So no chase because of that one a-hole, but I did get the other six, which is pretty nice. I mean, I'm not too crazy about the chase piece to begin with, but it would have been nice to find just to top it off. But anyway, well, let's take a look at the set as a whole, despite the chase, which these cars are much nicer. So first up, we have the '09 Ford Focus RS, which is nice to see. Back, not in the main line, but just back in general. Because I think the last variation we saw in this car was in 2012. It was released in red, and it was also released as a Super Treasure Hunt that year. That's pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of that old Ford Escort Rally from the late 90s. Next up, we have the McLaren P1 in red. No rear detail. The artwork is really nice. It shows the car that you're getting around racing around a racetrack. As you can see, the rails and the post. So, and I think this is my favorite one right here. We have the dark gray BMW M4. The only thing I don't like though is no headlights. But I think that goes against the three-side tampo rule, where the car is limited to having detail on 3 out of 4 sides of the car. So you can't have full detail. You can't have all these graphics and then have front and rear detailing. They have to take away that limit somewhere. Or they have to take away that extra detail somewhere. But they still kept the taillights detailed and the BMW logo and the M4 logo. And even says Forza Motorsport where the license plate goes. So that's pretty cool. Next up, we have the Lamborghini Huracan LP610-4. And these are in chronological order. It's hard to see because the Huracan is such a small car and a big bubble that it comes out, it falls at an angle. I fixed it. Next up, we have a bright green 013 SRT Viper. It's pretty neat. You can't miss that color. And they had plenty of each cars, too. I didn't have any problem trying to find one specific one or two specific ones. They had multiples of each and every car. And then my second favorite, another casting that is making a return after several years of disappearance, the AMC Javelin AMX in silver. Pretty sweet. The last variation on this, I believe, was in 2011. So it's good to see this casting back. It's a very underrated muscle car. So that's nice. And it has a clean livery, almost like the original stock livery with just some Forza and Xbox graphics on it. Very nice. And then I figured while I'm making this video, might as well show some new Q-Case cars that are slowly but surely hitting Publixes down in the Sunshine State. Because what's weird about the cars right now is that they're coming in little spurts. They're not coming in all at once, they come in spurts. Well, first off, we have the Zamac Custom 67 Pontiac Firebird, which is one of the Hot Wheels designer's actual cars. So I saw the article about it on Lamley, talking about this car and the inspiration for it. So they took the tooling from the 67 Pontiac Firebird released in 2010, cut the hood off, put an engine in it, and put a spoiler on it, and then just used the tooling and called it a Custom 67 Firebird. Pretty cool. Next up, we have the second recolor of the 81 Camaro in orange, which I almost passed up because I don't like the yellow. When I was looking at it online and looking at the artworks on the blister pack, it shows a yellow tint. It looked like it had yellow tint windows, which turned me off. So I'm like, nah, I don't know. If I get it, if I run across it, I'll probably pass it up. But it's the interior that's yellow. The windows just have a clear tint. So it's the interior that's yellow, and so that doesn't really make it as bad. I honestly think that having it with yellow windows would have made it a lot worse. Next up, we have the 69 Corvette Racer in the Hot Wheels Racing Blue. And then I just found this one today because most of these cars I've already had for a few days or even a week. I just found this one, the Custom 62 Chevy pickup. Pretty cool. It's nice to not have the stupid surfboards in the bed. To me, that takes it away. I like it this way. And it's got those new Steelies on it. Check that out. Those are so cool. And then probably my favorite one in the batch, the recolor of the new 017 Nissan GTR R35. Love that color. Definitely looks better than the copper one, released not that long ago. It was only, what, 2 months ago? And hopefully this makes a return for next year. I'm sure it will. Next up, we have another recolor of a new casting, the 017 Chevy Camaro ZL1. In metallic dark blue. Look at all those speckles on it. See how it glitters like that. What's weird is that the rear has the third brake light detailed, but not the actual taillights. What's up with that? I think they did that on the red one as well. Next up, we have the Nissan Fairlady Z, which is going to be the super treasure hunt of the Q case. I'm sure most of you already know that. And K-Day was this last Saturday, September 16th, but I live in Florida, and we recently got hit by Hurricane Irma. So our K-Days have been delayed for another 2 weeks. Actually, a week and a half, at least on this date, on September 20th? Today's the 20th, right? Yes. Sorry, I had to go to my computer to confirm that today, at least the day I'm posting this video or making this video, is the 20th. But anyway, so a week and a half is going to be our K-Day, even though it was already K-Day for most of the country just last weekend. But Hurricane Irma put a delay in the ordering process, so I have most of the Q case already, so the only cars that I'm going to be going there for are the exclusive recolors and the first to markets. Simple as that. Which is good because that saves me a lot of money at the K-Day because I always spend a small fortune there. But if I'm only looking for, say, 7 or 8 cars, that's not bad. That's only $8 to $9. And then next up, or last but not least, we have another McLaren P1. This is the now counterpart to the McLaren F1 GTR, released in the N case. Oh, while I'm at it, I did find this as well. Check this out. A Greenlight 2016 Nissan GTR R35 Gold Edition. This is pretty sweet. It was right on the front too. And I think there's more to come because I just went on thunted.com and there's a new set called Japan Torque, I think it's called. Japanese Torque, Japan Torque or something. It's actually they're gonna be releasing Skylines and 240Zs for the first time. Just like what M2 did with their Japan set as well. So it's cool. They're all getting in on the action because JDM is very popular right now. But there you have it. So check your Walmarts for this Forza Motorsport set. Even though I can't confirm this was at my Walmart, this was a Walmart out of town. And I'm sure our Walmart won't get these cars because our Walmart sucks when it comes to getting exclusive sets like these. I can never rely on them on like the car culture or retro entertainment sets or these really cool exclusive sets. They have no problem getting in the ugly exclusive sets like the Spider-Man cars or the Marvel cars or the what is it, the Guardians of the Galaxy sets. They have no problem getting those. But when it comes to actual cool sets like the Forza set, the Lamborghini set that came out a few months ago, the Camaro 50 set that came out at the very beginning of the year, they don't even bother. It's like, what the hell? It's just, it just has to be unfair. And I'm sure a lot of you could agree with that. The cool sets, no, they don't get those. But the ugly sets, yeah, they get plenty of those. But there you have it. Q Case, Forza. Check your Publixes, check your Walmarts. Take care. Happy collecting.